there might be a cutback in the LCS program. What's the latest on that?
Well, it's a long-term fight. The administration, I do think, would like to downsize this program, but the Navy loves those ships, from the Secretary of the Navy down. And they are the future for our fleet. They're important to our area because there's so many jobs
attached. It's like 4,000 jobs or something?
4,000 direct jobs. But they're also the future for defending the United States of America. So this is going to be a long process. And fortunately, I'm in a position, since I'm on the Armed Services Committee, to be directly involved in the congressional consideration of this. I feel very good about the support that I'm receiving from people as I talk to them about this. We've got a long way to go, and it's going to be a fight. I'm not trying to downplay that, but I feel good about where we are, and we're going to win this fight.
And you were at Austal just this past weekend, right?
Yeah, we had a great ship christening. And the Secretary of the Navy was there. And so we had an opportunity to talk about the Joint High-Speed Vessel and the LCS. So we're going to have lots of conversations. I'm going to continue to try to build support with my colleagues in the House. I know Senator Shelby, Senator Sessions will be doing that in the Senate. We'll be fine.
Okay. President was talking today about a commission to make it easier for voters to register online or have early voting. What do you think about that kind of an idea?
Well, I think it should be up to the states. We've always left decisions about the particulars of what we do about voting to individual states. I respect the federalism in our government. I think the federal government has a role to play, but I think states have a role to play, and I don't want the federal government to overstep its bounds in dictating to state governments about how they should run their elections.
Okay, there's been some criticism saying that Republicans don't want to make it easier for people to register to vote and to, like, with voter IDs and that kind of thing. Does that hold any water for you?
No, and I know about the voter ID issue, at least in the state of Alabama, where our Secretary of State's office is actually proactively going out trying to help people to get their IDs. And I strongly support that, because if you are eligible to vote, I want you to be registered, and I want you to go vote. You know, in my last campaign, I was doing everything I could to get people to go out and vote. I think it's very important, and I want to continue to support efforts to do that.
Okay, one other thing that's been in the news a lot in a lot of people's minds is credit card fraud and like what happened in Target around the holiday season. Is there anything the federal government can do to protect people whose identities are, say, stolen, and then they have to go for months and months trying to get all this information back again? Yeah,
I think so. And historically, the federal government has played a role with credit cards and how you get your credit and et cetera. And I think the federal government should play a role there. But obviously, we're in a sort of a brave new world here with all these electronic ways for people to hack in, et cetera. And so we're going to have to figure out exactly what the appropriate federal role is there, but a role to protect consumers, not to invade consumers' privacy.
Right, and talk about NSA, for example.
Right.
And do you think the NSA has gone too far?
I do. And I was disappointed that the President didn't go further with his remarks and his plans about that last week. I don't think we're doing enough to protect the individual privacy of information of Americans who are living in this country or are living abroad. I don't have a problem with our making sure that we're looking after what terrorists are doing or not doing. When you start snooping on individual citizens in a mass basis like we're now hearing, and I don't think we have adequate protections there for our individual privacy, and I think that Congress needs to impose a law there.